Welcome for day 10 here in our 30-day 10 minutes workout challenge session. We are going to do a glute and leg focused exercise session today, and what you'll be needing is a chair to do the exercises. We are going to work for 1 minute and 15 seconds for the next exercise. We have 9 exercises and we're going to do them one after each other. The first minute, we are going to do a little bit of opening up in our hip area so we are ready to connect with our glute muscle and our thigh muscle the best possible way. So my timer is going to go on here with the 1 minute work and 15 seconds for the next exercise. But just before we go ahead with that, we are just doing a short opening up and warming up in our hip area. So let's go. Bring that right and left knee up and move it back so you feel the extension in your hip area. So as we are moving back, we are squeezing, and at the same time as we are doing a hyperextension in our hip, we are also opening up here, getting a nice straight stretch here in the front of our hip. So try to keep that balance, and we're just going to go for another 2 and pushing it back and bring that knee forward, and 1 more, opening up, doing a bit of a circle, going out and bring it back for another 4. And if it's a little bit challenged with the balance, you can always just connect here with your chair and 1 more, and we're going to alternative to the other leg. So bring that knee up, pushing it back, squeezing your hip area. So maybe what you've been doing today is sitting mostly and not sort of like using your glute area, but not really in a proper way. So we're just trying to get out of this position here to connect as much as possible every time we are opening up at that hip. So move it back here for another 4, reaching up, and 3, and you can just keep supporting on your chair, and another 1, bring it up here, and we are opening up in circles, trying to keep the balance, or you just go ahead and get some support if needed. It's a good balance exercise as well. And a few more, opening up, bring it down, and getting into a squat position, pushing that buttocks back, opening up in your hips, and straight up again. So pushing off from those heels, and as we go up on the top here, we are squeezing our glute muscle, bringing that chest up, inhaling and exhaling. 2 more, and going slowly down, squeezing our thighs and our glutes every time, and coming back up to center. So the first exercise we're gonna do is we're gonna lie down here on the chair, and we're gonna do a hip thruster. So up and slowly down again, and you can keep your hands here behind your head for a little bit of support. And then we're just going to keep those 15 seconds before we are staying put and doing a hip thruster where we're staying up here, doing a pump, getting a little bit deeper into the squeeze, and we are going to move on from that. But in the 15 seconds of the rest period, I will tell you what to do next so you are ready. So my timer here is put for the 1 minute, and we are counting down here and lying with the top of our back supporting our head, so keeping that chin in, and we are reaching up. So put your feet where it's comfortable for you to be, but try to push off from the heels, and as we go up and engaging those glute muscles, you might as well connect with your pelvic floor as well and your core area. So squeezing that pelvic floor and engaging your ab muscle, just holding on to your head, easing off. If it's not possible for you to lie down with your head, maybe you have a pillow, but else we are just staying up here. So squeezing, pushing off from those heels. Exhale as we get up on the top, inhale on the way back down. So feel every single repetition. Don't think about anything else than the muscle and mind connection with your glute area. Bring it up, slowly down again. Yep, we are ready to stay up and do the pump. So a bit smaller of a movement here, pushing up. Try avoiding getting a hyperextension in your lower back. You want to do a little bit of kipping here in your pelvic here, so pushing up and easing off your feet still. So staying up here and less range of motion. And when we're doing this, we are also connected with our pelvic floor. That counts men as well as women. So getting into a little bit more contraction in that pelvic floor. Good if you're counting on your pelvic floor to keep tight when you're doing the jumping parts. So squeezing down, pumping slowly down and pushing those hips up, avoiding doing the hyperextension in your lower back. This exercise should be uncomfortable for your lower back. Might a few inches, just move your feet a little bit around or changing the position of your legs. 5 more seconds, and our final exercise where we are lying here in this position, squeezing. So we're gonna go down and we're gonna lift up. So alternative between right and left leg. So a little bit more of a balance here. So still pushing up from that heel. Slowly moving hips down and up. Bring that right leg up and our left leg up. If it's a little bit too challenging here, you can get a tight, nice grab in your chair and continue going upwards, slowly lowering down, pushing up. So find the best possible way for you to connect with that glute area. Arms out to the side, and I promise you this is the last exercise of the hip thruster. In just a few seconds we are getting up to a standing position. Squeezing, lifting up, lowering down, getting that knee up. Alternative right and left. Staying on top, feel the squeeze in your glutes. And even amount on each leg. Yes. And we are going up and we are putting our right leg on the chair here. So when we're going down into the split, we are making sure that our knee is behind the toe on our foot on the staying here. So up we go, squeezing both the glute with the standing leg and the one resting on top of the chair. Bring your arms out here for a little bit of a balance support. Up and squeeze, slowly down again. So you should try to look after your alignment. You don't need to be standing here in split position. And so keep your back leg bended a bit and squeezing. Both squeezing the standing leg and the one resting on the seat of the chair. 20 more seconds. And we are going for another 15, and we're gonna stay put with that right leg up on top of the bench, squeezing both. I can't emphasize that enough. You need to be connected with your glute area. Yep, we are ready. We're gonna stay put here, but we're gonna do a pumping 2, 3, reaching up. So staying down, pumping, going up for a straight position on number 4. Let's go. Pumping 3, 2, 1, squeezing. Down 2, 3. Even though we are leaning a little bit forward in our upper body, we are still keeping that straight position. Chest is up and lifted and pushing off from that heel. Pushing, pushing, squeezing. In 30 seconds, we are going alternative to the opposite leg. Pushing down, squeezing both glutes. Don't think about anything else than connecting with your core area, pelvic floor, and of course your glute muscle. Only 10 seconds before we are going to do the opposite leg. Squeezing, one final one to go, and lifting up, very good. And we all going up alternative, starting out by doing the full range of motion, resting your opposite leg on the seat of the chair, Shoulders are back, and we are going all the way down, up, squeezing, and lifting up. So maybe it feels a little bit awkward to squeeze that back leg here, but do it, and you can feel that a squeeze is happening. Staying up in a straight alignment, slowly down, and checking that your knee is behind your toe. I see it a lot in my daily life as a physiotherapist that people are pushing up on the front of their foot. Pushing off from your heel gets you into the glute area instead of doing a stress on your knee. And as we're lowering down, we are connecting with those core muscles. Squeezing, don't let go. It's only a 10-minute workout here. And the next exercise, we're gonna pump and going up to that straight alignment. And do remember, this is our final leg. We have a few more exercises to go after this one. 2, and if you are getting that connection well done, you might feel that you get a little bit shorter breath. Working here with the biggest muscle in our body, our glute muscle. Squeezing both standing leg and resting leg, because it's not resting more than we are connecting with the glute. Knee behind toe. Pushing it, squeezing. Up we go, only 25 seconds. And it's so close, but don't let go of the quality. Pushing it up. Pushing away from that heel. 10 more seconds. Squeeze. Up we go. Pushing, and yes, get back on 2 feet. We are doing a squat pump. So staying down here, pumping, up to a squeeze. Both legs safe on the ground. Chest is up, helping yourself, reminding yourself. So pumping, squeezing. So get those thighs into work as well. Trying to imagine that you are pulling up your kneecaps up and pressing it down again. Squeeze. Don't let go of the mind and muscle connection. Come on up. Very close. This is exercise number 8, and in just a few seconds we are either doing a jump squat to finish it off, and you can do a total body extension instead of the jump squat if you're not in for jumping today. I will show you in the rest period. Squeeze. Getting up. 5 more seconds. You should feel a fire in your glute area, or else you're not connecting enough. Pushing it up. So we are gonna do a final jump squat, or maybe you wanna do a total body extension. Get it up on your toe, not jumping off the floor. Easing off your knees, and 2 and 1. So moving up, our final exercise, keeping chest up and chin in, or you just go ahead here, or maybe you want to do a little bit of each. So bring it up. Maybe you put yourself into a challenge to do 20 jump squat, as I was saying yesterday. You can do 5 of them and then do a total body extension, but you do know that this is our final 30 seconds. Lifting up, getting that buttocks down. Remember, it's not our head coming down, it's our butt. And no but about that. Feel the full lower body, every single muscle pointing up here. And go 5 seconds, you can do it. You won't regret it. Stay put. And here we are. Beautiful. Heart is elevated and You did great. Oops, trying to sit down again. Thank you for joining me here on day 10. And of course, as the other days, I have a little challenge for you, and that is to drink 8 glasses of water. Are you already by now drinking 8 glasses of water? Maybe you want to go to 10. So get water during the day. Don't over exaggerate it. Just drink water so you get rid of that feeling dry in your mouth. Of course, you do that right after exercising hard, but else you should not feel thirsty along the day. You should just go ahead of that and drink a bit over the day. So hopefully you got yourself an exercise goal from yesterday, and today I challenge you with the water part. Until I see you, you know the drill. Stay happy, healthy, and enjoy life until I see you. And that's gonna be tomorrow for day 11. Take good care. Bye.